I took my arm. Though I was young, yes, but I was seeing myself strong enough to do it. After my dad died, so I could not imagine to control myself being at home. So I decided, let me go for war.
At that time, we cannot know who is the rebel and who is the government. So the attack just came. Tomorrow your friend is not there. So you have to be buried. You guys cry and that is all. That's life. When we went to Nairobi, actually, this is the time that he told me that actually, no, now, Nyamburu, you cannot go back. In refugee camps, we were minors, we were all staying alone, and sometimes you miss your father, your mother, and your brothers, actually.
There had been heavy fighting. The parents of these young people were killed, and they didn't have any place to go, so they were supported by SPLA. They were protected and supported by SPLA.
I think there's a great deal of horror in the international community about child soldiers, and I think some of that is warranted. There was certainly forcible conscription of children. But on the other hand, there was also people who joined or who needed to join or who chose to join at a very early age. And I don't necessarily think that the same sort of split between children and an adult is necessarily at play, especially if your community is massively under threat or is facing huge economic difficulties.
In the second phase of the war, there was a lot of mines placed, both by the Khartoum soldiers, that is the Sudan Defense Force, and by SPLA. They used not only landmines, but they used a lot of anti-personnel everywhere.
One day, a landmine killed one of my colleagues, and also it involved myself. Then I lost my leg also in the front line in the war. You know, you receive this, you continue war. As long as you're still alive, so you go ahead.
It's what has to do is to make sure that to encourage and those who are wounded, to make sure that they have to cope up with the life.
It's not good to think about what happened to you, but think about what you will do to what happened to you. I pray that the first thing I will do in my own nation is to have South Sudan wheelchair basketball. And that was the first dream I had.
We proved that a disability does not mean inability.
Some of them could not even come out of their house to a certain distance, but they want to play. They are able to play, they are strong, but mobility is a problem.
We do not have even facilities, sports facilities. In Juba town, you go all over the place, you find children playing in small grounds, and sometimes they don't even have a football, a real ball. They are kicking socks or paper bags, so you can see the challenge we have here.
It has to be supported by community or by the government, and with the little resources we have, it is very challenging.
It also helps us to show to people that it is not the nation that can do us something, but it is us that can do something to the nation.
Within our community, there are many people who actually have problem with war-wounded heroes and the communities who have been injured by war. So this is very, very healing to them. And it encourages the community also to feel that we are all the same.
This team, it is just about South Sudan. As long as you are connected bloodily to South Sudanese, nationality, whether by birth, by marriage, this team is belong to you.